Okay, sure. All right, welcome everyone. Chapter 11 and 12 are the final chapters of the Secret Code of Success. Can you believe it? We've come so far, and I hope you guys really feel that you've grown, that you love yourself more, that you believe in yourself more, and that you're practicing those exercises that we've learned on a daily basis. It is the absolute game changer, I believe, to get you where you want to be. We're the only ones holding ourselves back, and we've learned that. We believe it, right? Let me see all the heads nodding. Yes. Okay, perfect. All right, so this is a really brief ending here because chapter 11 is like this short, and then chapter 12 is just a bunch of free stuff and business stuff he's promoting, and it's all about sharing what you've learned and blah blah. So I'm just gonna start by reading a quote here, which I really liked. I should have had this bookmarked. Where did it go? Okay. So chapter 11, now what? I have learned this. If one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with success unexpected in common hours. Henry David Thoreau. I 100% believe that is true. So what does that mean to you? What does that mean to you, Lori?
Sorry, I just got here.
Oh, okay. All right. Did you miss the quote?
No, I got it. I just was opening my book, so give me 1 second.
Okay, sure. Trisha, what does that mean to you, that quote? If you advance confidently in the direction of your dreams and endeavor to live the life which you have imagined, you will meet with success unexpected in common hours. What does that mean to you?
Well, for me, when I first read it, I was just kind of like, what? Like, really?
Yeah.
It was kind of, I really had a hard time with it. But then as I read and he broke it down, which is what you're going to go into, it made more sense to me. And I just I really liked it and understood it a lot better after that.
Perfect.
But
what do you think it means? What does he mean by in common hours? What do you think that means?
I don't know. That's the part that threw me off the most.
What do you guys think about that?
It means everyday time, common hours, meaning your everyday life.
I thought it meant like you'll just unexpectedly happen just in your common day-to-day life.
Yes.
This will just randomly, it'll just happen for you when you are in this constant work on trying to be better. It's not going to just happen in 1 second and you're going to be successful. It'll just happen before you know it, or just kind of like it'll happen.
It sounds like saying when you least expect it.
Yeah, almost like that. Yeah.
Because put in the work, and then when you aren't thinking about it anymore because it's become a habit, then it's kind of like when you least expect it.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what it made me think of? Do you remember where he talks about how, I don't remember if he was quoting someone else or if he made it up, but he said, too many people sit back and wait for all the perfect scenarios before they go after what they want. And that's like sitting home and waiting for every light to be green before you take a trip. Like, it's impossible. Life is just going to happen. Challenges are just going to come no matter what. And so you just got to jump in and go for it. And so to me, that's what it means. Like, it just means that if you're living in a way that you truly believe you're going to live this life that you design, you're going to wake up one day and realize you're doing it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just, that's what it means to me.
You can't expect success just to fall on your plate. Because, I mean, the likelihood of that happening is just very, very, I mean, the odds of that is just not going to happen.
Exactly.
You have to implement those steps to be, you know, those 3%ers. We have to live and try to work like those 3%ers do. And he gave us all the steps on how to do that. So if we start living that, I mean, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of whatever that word was, common.
Common
whatever
hours.
that happens. Yeah.
And Whitney, I think that's discussed in the next part where when you go into a new familiar zone.
Right. Yeah. That was another thing that stuck with me, is that like too many people prefer the uncomfortable familiar over the unfamiliar, like comfortable. You know what I mean? I worded that wrong. That's not how we worded it, but that really made an impact on me, is that there's so many people that think they want better and more out of life, but they're not willing to try something different.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's proven that it will help them, just because it's something they've never done before, and they have fear of change and doing something new, you know? All right, so let's talk about success. He gave a review of the 3 stages of success. The first one, do you guys remember what they are?
Believing in others believing in you.
Correct.
And then you believe in others, and then you believe in yourself.
Right. Now, you know, it took me a while to really get the concept of why it matters for you to believe in others, or you to get to that point where you can really believe in yourself. Why do you guys think that makes a difference?
Because the others reinforces. They're like your support, your sort of like your loving mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
They serve as your support, part of your support system. They kind of like reinforce maybe the positive things that you're doing. They're like cheerleaders. That's how I'm saying it.
Yep, I agree. Anyone other thoughts on that? I think it also helps when we see other people do something and we have faith that they can achieve certain things, like watching other people do it and just, you know, realizing that they're just as human as you are, kind of gives you confidence in saying, well, if they did it, I guess I could do it too. You know what I mean? So that was just
it helps validate your thinking and your what you have in mind.
Right.
The positive things. It validates the positive things, and they become like your good examples.
Right. Okay. So we've learned the 7 steps in the secret code. Now we take action and we actually live this out and become the success, or we just put it on the back burner and just kind of store it back in our, you know, in our subconscious and maybe think about it once in a while, but is it really going to do us any good? I mean, do you guys agree with me? This was really powerful. Like those exercises, our daily affirmations, I believe they're life-changing, but you have to consistently work them, or else what's the point, right? Why did we read the book?
I feel like I'm going to have to like write down the steps and the main points and like have them constantly around my house, because, or I think that's probably why he tells you to read it every year, or, you know, that often, is because you need a constant reminder. You know, we learn these great lessons, but, you know, we implement them for a month or 2 and then we get busy and distracted. And so we need constant reminders of what to do. And, actually, that was actually one of my things, because I was just reading the last 2 chapters again, because I couldn't, it was just like so long ago, because I didn't read them when I read them when, anyways, doesn't matter. But,
I agree with that. In life, so many things happen and you get distracted. So, but the bottom line is, for me, my takeaway is, if you really want to do it, then you got to take action. You just have to do it. Otherwise, it's pointless.
Yeah.
I shared a quote on one of my posts today that kind of goes along with all of this. It says, success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what we're talking about.
Exactly.
I agree. So Noah St. John recommends that we read the book at least 2 more times. I think that, maybe you need it more than that. I have listened to the book probably 4 times over now, but do you think I'm perfect at doing my affirmations every day? Nope, I haven't been, I gotta admit. And I have to, I tell you what, when I listen to them every morning and every night, I feel different inside myself. I have more confidence. I have noticed, when I was really consistently doing this every day, and we were, kind of in the thick of it, and I was so excited about it, I had people coming to me wanting this business, wanting these products. And that doesn't happen. That you would think, maybe some people think that happens when you're a diamond, but it doesn't. But I think there was just something about living in that is so powerful. And you'd think experiencing that, then I would be consistent. But anyone else been perfect with their affirmations every day? Okay, so I guess we need more practice. Do we all agree? I think he's really doing a sales pitch here towards the end, which, let's give him some credit. He wrote an amazing book. It was his livelihood. I don't think you have to go share the book with 100 people in order to really be successful with it. I do believe in that we learn more from teaching than from learning. I don't know how you say it, but I think it's just more practice makes perfect. And this book can help people in many different ways, not just Plexus. I really want my kids to read it and learn these practices. Can you imagine from a young age if we would have had these?
What a difference made. Because my negative reflections keep trying to pop up. Even though I've been working on them, something will happen and I'll be like, what the crap? Where did that thought come from? So it's kind of crazy.
They're ingrained in there for years and years and years. It's so hard to really uproot them and take them out. And I think that's why practice, consistent practice, But that's good that you recognize it now, because it was probably such a part of you before that you couldn't put a name on it, or you didn't even realize you were doing it. Is that right?
Yeah.
So that's really big positive steps in the right direction. So, okay. Now I heard from a few, getting feedback from a lot of you on this book. There were some that had a much harder time on certain exercises than others. Okay. My personal belief is, if you had a really hard time, if it was really emotional for you to do some of those exercises, particularly where you were writing out your head trash, writing out the negative things that you speak to yourself, I think that was probably one of the most important exercises that we did. And if you didn't really spend the time with it and be honest with yourself about it, I don't think you can ever get to a point of healing or find your true affirmations that you need to move forward. So particularly if you had a hard time with a certain chapter, I'm just going to recommend you go back and spend more time on that chapter and maybe do it over and over again until you feel like you can get through it and feel confident about, you know, like the progress that you've made there. Because I know for some people, like they were 4 or 5 chapters behind because they said that it was so emotional for them and they were taking so much time on it. But that's good. That's what I would much rather have heard that than, oh, you know, it was really emotional for me, so I just decided to go to the next chapter, you know.
That's why I missed so many Zooms on this, because I'm behind. I'm actually not. I mean, I went ahead and just kind of read the book, but just so that I could at least know a little bit and stuff for tonight and everything. Because I felt bad that I missed all those Zooms, but I didn't want to get on the Zoom if I hadn't even read the chapter, because I was still working on the others before and stuff, because I really am taking this slow because I want to do these exercises and do them right and do it to where I really get the most out of it before I move on to the next chapter. And so I haven't even really gone through the entire book, you know, doing everything. I kind of skimmed through just so I could get, you know, an idea to be able to come on tonight. But, you know, that's me. And it's not just that it's emotional. I mean, it's just, it takes a lot of time to really think about these things that you're writing down and the steps to take and everything like that. So it really is just a process that.
Yeah. Well, there's no too slow or too fast. I mean, maybe too fast, but there's, I think the more time you spend with the exercises, probably the more value you get from them. So, and you do have to have some quiet time. Like, it's not really something you can do while your kids are eating lunch, you know, and you're sitting there with them, or you kind of need some real quiet space and some time to just kind of ponder and let your thoughts wander a little bit and just be really open and honest with yourself. So I respect that. I think that's great. If you guys, you know, are in the same boat, I just encourage you keep going. We're starting a new book on Monday. Does that mean that you have to start it? No, I hope you do, because it's absolutely amazing and it's going to cover a lot of different things than this, but you can keep doing those exercises on your own and, you know, go through it at your own pace.
That's what I plan to do. Really, so you've started reading this other new book. Does it have like action steps too? Or is it more of just read?
I haven't got to any action steps yet. I mean, she just more straight up tells you, like, look, it's really not hard. If you want to be successful, you have to do this and there's no way around it. But she, you know, like, she just kind of, that's what I've heard so far. I'm probably into like chapter 3, chapter 4, but I love, love, love the book. And I'm excited to do that one. So I won't, you know, I didn't really think about it, but people wanted to keep the recordings up. So I'm not going to delete the group anytime soon. But I'm not going to be using this group anymore. Okay. I
did want to go back and watch the Zooms from those other chapters that I missed. Yeah. So thank you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm glad that you guys are still finishing up, even though we're moving on. That's fine. So you'll see posts on Wellness Warriors for the new book club, and I'm going to post reminders on there. I'm going to post the recordings on there. We're getting a lot more interest on there and a lot more participation, which is great. The thing about that is it does make it a little harder to get, you know, we might have to, we'll have a lot more people for group discussion, and like choosing another person, I may just like hand select some people to do chapters ahead of time. But it's going to be awesome. So I hope you guys join in. And I'm going to go ahead and excuse us all very early. Well, not very, 5 minutes early. So I can get ready to jump on that other Zoom to strategize your incentives from Super Saturday. I hope you guys will jump on that. We've got some great things for you there. And other than that, does anyone want to say any final thoughts to close off the secret code of success? Grace does. She just joined us. Awesome. Hi, Grace.
Hi. I agree with Tricia that some of it has been gut-wrenching and so hard for me. But as we're looking forward to the new book, I've started reading it, and I think it's interesting how she uses my word of the year, which is stretch. And that came to me in October before I'd even heard about this book.
Oh, that's awesome. Was meant to be. Yes, you are. That's awesome, Grace. Okay, Janelle, did you have a final thought? I thought I saw you raising your hand. Maybe she was waving goodbye.
I think she was, because she's not on here anymore.
Yeah, she must have been waving goodbye. All right. All right. Well, I will let you guys go. Thanks for joining in, and I will see you guys
in a few minutes.
Yeah, hopefully I'll see you in a few minutes. And if not, I'm going to share the recording for that if you can't jump on, but it'll be good. Also, people are already trying to get on, texting me. I can't get on the Zoom, so I better hurry and get off. All right. Love you guys.
Okay.
See ya.
Love you.
Bye.